G'day guys, it's the Pink King here, and I'm back with another one of my AFL 2020 Premiership season. We're in round 4. This one is the Friday night game, twilight game. Obviously, being a Good Friday match, they had more than one Friday game. So Port host West Coast. Port are 1 and 2, I guess, being in 10th spot. They're versing West Coast, who have won all their games so far, undefeated 3-0. They're top of the ladder too. They've got a good percentage. They're like the only team in the comp with a percentage of over 200. Any light rain for this Friday twilight game, Good Friday game, I should say. Let's get into it. Good Friday footy. It's Port versus West Coast, and it's rain. Oh, see, it's raining as they zoom in.
A reasonable turnout for this match. With me in the box.
Reasonable turnout, and it's raining. That's interesting.
Hi-ho today should be a great match.
Today's big game is between Port Adelaide and West Coast.
Alright. Nat Nui at centre half back for some reason. Vardy's rocking. And Gaff's playing his 200th game.
They run on in full confidence. They're looking sharp, and the crowd are appreciating it.
Yeah, I mean, there is a few spots in the crowd as if it's not full capacity. It's not a bad capacity for a raining day though.
The cheer squad's hard work is paying off. The banners are looking great.
It's a big midfield battle today. Whichever team can get on top in the middle of the ground will walk out winners today.
Oh wait, I should probably skip. Throwing us up the front.
Toss of the coin.
Shui up the front. Let's do it. Toss. Wing and yeah, Port win the toss and they're going right of screen. Sweet, let's do it. Good Friday footy. Ball goes up. They don't bounce it in the rain. Vardy wins it to Shui. Passes back to Vardy. And ping pong's out and off Port go. They've got a bit of space. Go out to the wing. Westhoff marks and plays on and boots it to no one. That's deliberate. It's not paid. Just outside 50 for Port. With the amount of space they had, they really should have done something with it, but instead recongested it up and into the middle it goes. Punch forward. Bunch of players around it. Rough conduct against Lewis Jetta, I should say. Boy. Oh, a bit of a ping pong out, and Westhoff gets the ball back and hits the post from it. A few hands around it. Looked like Westhoff and Nat Nui both got hands to it, but yeah, out it goes and Westhoff misses. Tim Kelly takes the mark from the kick in. He goes wide. Smart option. A few players on the wing there. And rough conduct against Robbie Gray. I want to know what rough conduct's meant to be. Is that just a shit tackle? Like, what? Luke Shuey takes the mark off Nat Nui, who handballs off to someone else, and he handballs to someone. I can't tell. It was Willie Rioli. And he misses. So 1-1 the piece.
All locked up on the scoreboard. Teammates break for him.
In the wet Adelaide Oval. Kicked out. Powell Pepper takes the mark. He decides to go straight down the ground. Tom Cleary takes the mark. He's right on the 50. Finally they decide to go wide. Smart option. Ollie Wines takes the mark on the wing. Chips it. Marked by Peter Lathams, who's a ruckman. I don't think he's rucking though. Nat Nui goes right up the back of a Port player. That wasn't paid. Shannon Hearn takes the mark. Would have probably paid for interference, but anyway, booted forward. And Jack Darling misses. So 2-1 at the moment. Yeah, not a lot of people in those bottom parts of the stands. They don't want to be in the rain. Although, yeah, on that east side of the field, it's pretty packed up. It's just on the hill. Anyway, Liam Ryan gets crumbs and he misses as well.
West Coast by 2 points.
West Coast still running at 300% at the moment. Kick straight down. Like, this is bad spot to go to. It's a 3-on-1 out wide, but yeah, it's got. Oh, I didn't even see him there. Who was that? Anyway, they run it out. Rockcliffe boots it to the wing. There's a 2-on-1. It bounces badly, and now it's an Eagles ball. That's holding the ball for sure. Will Schofield gets done in there. Took one on, and there was another player waiting for him. Big bump off the ball. Stephen Motlop picks up the ball, and no one's around to stop him. He kicks the goal. So the first goal of the game, and now Port's in front. 4 points the difference.
And we had the first goal of the match.
Maybe that is Laddams. No, that's Rosie. Why is Rosie taking the ruck? I don't get it. There's like 2 ruckmen out there. Robbie Gray takes the mark. He's about 40 out. He can kick this, and this will probably be the last score of the quarter as well. Goes in, and he absolutely sprays it. A minute to go, so there might still be time for a turnover here and Port goal, but yeah, good mark by Jackson Nelson. He's going to run off the clock. Kicks it wide, and no mark paid to Hearn as the quarter runs out. It's 4 points. Port's way 7-4. No, 7-3. Sorry.
Any thoughts from you guys?
Inside 50s 4-1, but they haven't had a single hit out. It's 3-0 on the hit outs, which is because they're not playing a ruckman in the ruck. So anyhow, let's get back to it. Yeah, Rockcliffe's major ball winner of the whole game, and Nathan Vardy, no surprises there. One of the best ball winners for West Coast. That's because he's playing in ruck against no one. So
the second term ready to get underway.
Is that still Rosie? It looks taller. Yeah, it looks like Laddams now, so they might have worked it out. Rockcliffe gets the ball and gets tackled. There's a numbers battle going on, and Eagles are going to win it. Jamie Cripps boots it forward. Who's getting to that ball? No one. It's run out of bounds by Tom Rockcliffe.
Sees it out of play. Can you tell us anything at the moment, Gaz?
So a bit more of an even contest in the ruck, and Port win it. That's what happens when you get a proper ruckman in there, and Jack Watts gets drilled before he can do anything with it. Cleary comes on for Boak, I think it said.
Wins the ruck duel.
And another ball up will be coming in.
Hammers it.
So all of a sudden Port are going to get a few hit outs here, because it just keeps going into
Won it down.
a contested situation where there's a tackle, so it's another ball up. Finally comes out, Nat Nui's around the ball. He gets space and kicks it out in the full, so good on him.
The ball goes out of bounds on the full.
Can't really call him a ruck if he's not going to ruck. He's a half-backman, mate. Robbie Gray takes a mark, surrounded by players, and he finds Ollie Wines, who had a bit of space to him. He looked like he wanted to play on, and then he does. Kicks it to no one but Nat Nui, but somehow Charlie Dixon dives in front at the last second, takes the mark. So pretty gettable spot he is. He's about 25 out when he kicks it. Slight angle, and he's missed. So Port failed to capitalise on a golden opportunity. It's 8-3. 1 goal, 2 to 3 points.
Port Adelaide by 5 points. Decides to play on.
McGovern plays on, runs at a right angle, and then boots it up to Charlie Dixon and a bunch of other players. Comes out. Jack Watts can't get to the ball first, and then an Eagles player just boots it up in the air for a 3-on-3. Jack Watts can't mark again. Pushing the back against Josh Kennedy, I think it said. It's a bit weird, he's in defence. I thought that was heading towards goal. I don't know if it was going to be touched or anything, but Rosie's back in the ruck, apparently.
Dixon looks in need of a spell.
Kick forward, and big mark by Mitch George. I don't even know how to say his last name. Georgiadis? Anyway, he's at the top of the goal square, and he kicks a post. Georgiadis. I'm going to say Georgiadis, because that sounds right to me. 9-3 now. Goal of the difference. Time's starting to run out, and that's holding the ball for sure. What are you doing, It's 2-on-none. top of the goal square though, and Brad Shabba takes the mark. Oh, he took a bounce and everything. I don't feel like that was a proper disposal, but anyway, Tom Cole takes the mark. He tries to clear it out. It's on the wing now. It's a 3-on-2 and Port get the win there. 2-on-2 marking contest. It comes out the back. Jack Watts sockets off the ground. So does Charlie Dixon. It's in the goal square. It's not going to make the distance until Brad Shepherd decides to run it over the line for a point. It's 7 points the difference. There's 26 seconds left. This should be the end of the quarter and the half. Yep. So 10-3 at half time. Only one goal kicked for the match so far.
Doesn't take the mark. Let's analyse the stats.
They only had one hit out. I feel like they had more than one hit out, but okay. I thought they were winning the ruck taps.
Thanks, Gary. Players taking a...
So yeah, 1-8, 7-2 inside 50s though. So maybe the bit of the wet weather's screwing up those hit out numbers. Charlie Dixon apparently had 6 disposals. I don't think he had any in the first quarter, which means he's had a big second quarter.
Well collected on the bounce.
Vardy just brushes people aside, and unlucky for him because Jake Bassini gets in front at the last second to take the mark and send it back out. Whoa, big fly from Cripps, I think it was. Port have numbers. Rockcliffe gets drilled though, so it's going to be turned around. There's a 2-on-2 and it looks like Eagles getting the ball first. Jack Darling has a player running forward. He doesn't go to him. He goes to the top of the 50 and no one gets to it. So it might be turning over here. Oh, it's ping-ponging out and booted away. No one can mark it. Robbie Gray's there. He tackles. Nothing doing. Kicked about 20 metres sideways, and it's Ollie Wines that takes the mark. So maybe a bit of composure here might be a good thing for Port, but they don't use it, and it's turned over. 3-on-3, and Liam Dugan comes up with it. He goes wide. No one marks it. Boak had the chance to, though, and Trent Burgoyne is wrapped up for a ball up on the wing. Too high from Rockcliffe, so it's heading Eagles' way. Right on the edge there, and Dom Sheed punches it out of bounds to reset the lineups and stuff.
Big thump from Vardy.
Bit of a 50-50 here, but Eagles have the numbers. He finds Andrew Gaff, who just had a metre or so of space, and he should be able to kick this from just inside the 50. Already half the quarter gone, and Gaff has missed, so they have not kicked a goal through the first half of the third quarter. So what would that be? What, 50 minutes of footy? 52. 52 minutes of footy and they haven't kicked a goal yet. Nat knew he might change this though. He takes a mark on the 50 as Port tried to get it out. He goes short. Ryan Burton is there to take the clutch mark and send it back to the 50. No one marks it. Goes out of the 50. Broken tackle. It was a push in the back though. They had better numbers. Should have been advantage. They go sideways and they're directly in front of goal, about 30 out. They decide to go back out to the 50 where Tom Rockcliffe takes the mark, right about where the last kick was taken from. He goes back to Jake Passini, who's almost in the middle of the ground, and he goes to Trent Burgoyne. They are just zigzagging around in their back 50. It's a terrible idea. It gets turned over and Eagles finally get their first goal on the hands of Jamie Cripps. So the scores are level with 1:28 left on the clock, and that's because Port just were unwilling to get it anywhere past the 50. Just wanted to mess around about the 50-metre line.
Punches it clear. Is in his possession.
Vardy wins the ruck tap, and they had numbers, but he gets tackled. Is there time to mark and goal? No, there's not. Charlie Dixon marks about 70 out. And is he going to try and take the shot? He's trying to take the shot. Is he going to torp it or something? What's he thinking? You're not making the distance, Charlie. Not even close. Don't know what the thought process behind Charlie Dixon going back and trying to take a shot there, but anyhow, scores are level at three-quarter time. Porter failed to capitalise on Eagles' inability to score a goal, and they finally have now, and the stats are all pointing towards Eagles winning this, so they're in a bit of strife here. Charlie Dixon's still with the 6 disposals that he had at half time, and I don't think he had any at quarter time, so he had all 6 in that second quarter. Tom Rockcliffe with 5, Jake Passini gets a few intercept marks to get himself with 4. Don't really know who's going to be best on ground at the moment. It's a bit tough. I think Rockcliffe probably will. I think he's had a few tackles that might be counted. Although Vardy has had a lot of hit-outs, so he probably will end up being best on ground if they win. Or even if they don't win. I think he's more likely to get best on ground if they don't win, actually. Port, get the clearance. Goes forward, turned over. Vardy takes on a couple. He's injured now. But Eagles end up with the ball. It's a 3-on-1 in the marking contest, and Liam Ryan takes the mark. This to put them in front. He finds an open man. It's Jack Darling. You can't just leave Jack Darling all alone. What are they doing? No defenders around him. You'll probably miss this, though, because it's Jack Darling. And he proves me right. So, there we go. 1 point the difference. 1 goal 5 to 1 goal 4. As inaccurate as you can get, really.
Looking to bring it back into play.
What can Jake Passini do? Run about 15 metres, kick it to no one. Ball comes loose. It ends up in Port's hands though. Scott Lycett plays on, gets it to, I can't remember who 22 is, and he sees Stephen Motlop all by himself. Jack Watts is by himself. Does he go to him? He does, but it's a shit kick and it's going to end up out of bounds, is it? No, he picks it up and then takes it out of bounds. That was the biggest fuck up I've seen in this game so far. Not the game as in AFL Evolution 2, just in this particular match. Rosie won the tap somehow. Boots it into the 50, but it goes all the way out. It's deliberate. That's insane. That went about 60 metres. Anyone could have got to that, but apparently no one wanted to. He goes backwards to the top of the goal square. That's dangerous. Shannon Hearn takes the mark, though. Stephen Motlop seemed to have wanted to make him earn it. Tim Kelly takes the mark. West Coast currently winning. I don't know if they're going to score anything else. It's kicked forwards. Brad Obeat with soccer at forwards. Can someone get a goal out of this? It will probably win the game. Westhoff misses it from 2 metres out, and that would have been almost certainly a game winner if he kicked the goal. The scores are level, 1-5 each, and they go short. That is dangerous. So apparently there's something about this wet weather footy. They just want to go short all the time. They go wide finally. They decide not to go straight down the ground, but they turn it around and kick it back to where it came from. 30 out. Easy angle. Luckily they keep marking it. Tim Kelly takes the mark. Is this going to be a draw? I don't think Eagles are going to score. It just comes down to whether Port can. Shannon Hearn takes the mark on the 50. He goes wide. Oh, it's going to be a draw. Shuey plays on. He kicks it forward. Jamie Cripps is there. He takes the mark. Maybe Eagles might be able to score. They kick it in the 50. Can anyone get onto it? There will be. It'll be a goal. No, it's a point. Liam Ryan kicks a point. And it's 12-11. And this will be heartbreaking for Port because they've been up all game. And a minute 45 is probably not enough time to score. And if they do, it won't be a goal because they haven't done it all game. Spills loose. Minute left. Maybe, can they get one kick in? They need one more kick. Can they get there? They can't. Ball spills out, and Eagles win by a single point. I thought they just needed to run up an extra 10 metres. It would have been in goal scoring range, but they can't do it. And Eagles end up winning a game of points. That is the most inaccurate game of footy I've commentated for.
Final scores.
1 goal 6 to 1 goal 5.
1-5-11.
But, I mean, looking at the stats, you probably say that Eagles probably did deserve that. Most hit-outs.
And we'll see you again.
Like I say, hit-outs usually win matches. Similar to the cricket one. Catches win matches. It will hit-outs win matches. Charlie Dixon, because they lost, will probably be the man of the match. Probably Passini will be in there as well, and then probably Vardy will get third best or something. I wasn't far off. Charlie Dixon did get man of the match. Shannon Hearn got second best, and Tim Kelly, who was the one I almost said will get third. And I thought, no, it'll be Vardy because I'm not expecting it. Well, he got third best anyway. So Shannon Hearn. Oh, yeah, he was there. I just thought Vardy because he wasn't on the major ball winners, but I think he did get 4 disposals as well. So, yeah. That will do it. Thanks for watching.